Hey everybody, Michael here again, and today we're going to be talking about etaHEN as there's been a couple of different announcements for it. And the first one being that etaHEN is officially open sourced under the GPL v3. Now, he states here in the message that, however, to deter bad actors from changing a few strings and recompiling the CMake list, needed to build etaHEN, that those will not be provided, and that this ensures people can learn and use the code from it without it being stolen. Now, there is a link right here to the source code, and if we go ahead and we take a look at that, we can see that right there is the source code for it, and with the commit message of etaHEN goes open source. So there is a number of different information down in here, things that you might be interested in if you are wanting to learn and figure out how a hen or a homebrew enabler was built. Now, what I would like to see come out of this is that obviously we have PS4 hen, which is open source, so maybe it's time for Gold hen to become open source as well. That would obviously help the community a bit there, and we will see what happens on that front. Now, the next thing that I'm super excited about is that we got a brand new release over here from Lightning Mods, and it was etaHEN 2.3b. That this release was mainly geared towards the support of 8.x, but it did have a number of different features included in it. And I looked at the full list of features, and there is a lot of great things. So first off, we can see that he has added the option to display the title IDs on the home screen, which is going to be very nice. We had this available for us on the PlayStation 4, so now it's on the PlayStation 5. Now you can access the etaHEN's cheats options right from the game options menu. Then there is the option to auto eject disk after etaHEN has successfully been started up. So again, if you did want to eject your BDJ or Lua disk, you could do so. And then added support for payload elf. So this basically means the plugin system that was there before, elves had to be wrapped in a certain way. Now you can just pretty much run any payload that you want to. Also expanded the etaHEN about menu, and the big one here was added updated case stuff with FPKG DLC support. There is our 8.00 and 8.20 case stuff. The rest of these firmware versions have not been tested yet, so I wouldn't include those at the moment. And then finally, we're getting rid of all these debug messages that used to pop up when games started, etc. And a couple of more version updates, and then a number of fixes down below. Okay, let's go ahead and jump over to the PlayStation 5 and start playing with this. Okay, so I am over on my PlayStation 5 that is on 4.03, and one thing you will note here is that it is automatically downloading the new cache, because that is where the brand new version of etaHEN lives. So I am going to take the option here to refresh. So let's just go ahead and press reload. Now we've got the caches up to date. So we're going to go ahead and jailbreak here. And now that that is complete, what we're going to do is we're just going to come right over here and take etaHEN, and you will see the version number being updated to 2.3b. So press X on it, and it is simply that easy. And now if you are on version 5.50 all the way up to 7.61, then you can use Victorious's ISO that already has this version on the disk itself. Okay, and there it is, etaHEN 2.3b. And well, by accident, I have shown you one of the new features, which is the title IDs up in the very top. Now, this is something, again, we had on the PlayStation 4, not so much on the PlayStation 5, at least on retail units. So let's go over to settings here and let's examine everything that was included in this release. And right here is the very first change. You will see that it says plugins slash payload elves. And the reason that this is combined here is that basically the plugins before were just payload elf files that was wrapped in a special way. Now those are basically combined into this category here, and you can put plugins or you can just put elf files inside of the payloads directory. Now, if you are wondering where that is at, as you can see, I'm in my data slash etaHEN, and there is the payloads folder. So you could simply put any payload in this folder right here and be able to do things like start and stop it, as well as make it auto run every time etaHEN loads. Next up, let's just go ahead and get our cheats updated. So go ahead and go into the cheats option here, and we're going to take the first one here, which is download update cheats, because we're going to use this in just one moment. Now, my repo is up to date, but if yours is not, then just go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and go back here, and the next option that we're going to go into is going to be settings. So going into settings here, if we scroll down, you'll see the display title ID on home menu. Now this one, again, as I said, I already had this one checked. So once we loaded it, you got to see the title IDs. So these, again, you can just toggle this on or off right here, but this only will show if the toolbox is active. So if you disable the toolbox, meaning that this right here says debug settings, instead of etaHEN, then the title IDs down here will not show. Next up, there was the etaHEN game option. So this toggles the etaHEN options in the game options menu. So right now, as you can see, it is turned on. So if we take a game such as Contra here and we go to the options, right there is etaHEN cheats. And if we click on that, well, there is all of the cheats that is currently available for this game. Now, if we take this option back off here, then obviously that option does not work anymore. We'll leave ours to on. And then there is the option right here to auto eject disk on etaHEN start. I will be leaving that off as I will not be using either one of those since I'm on a 4.03 system here. Now, if we scroll down a few more options in here, you will see that there is a option to debug app jailbreak notification. So displays a jailbreak notification when jailbreaking an app. You can turn this back on. It is off by default because I don't think most of those debug messages most people wants to see. And if we take the option here for about, this has been redone and we have the support the project being added, etaHEN credits, more information to people who have donated, and then projects included in etaHEN, just to make sure everybody that has been contributing has been sourced properly. Now, they also added NVMe support for Webmin game menu. And well, there was a bunch of other fixes in here, but I think that pretty much captures where we are at with that. Now, with that brand new release, you are obviously going to want to come in here and update your version of item slow to the very latest version to get the maximum out of this. Anyways, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael.